Hello everyone, this is Grumpy Gamer. Welcome back to another episode of my Tekkit server. Today we're going to be building the energy link, and what this is going to do is let the quarries run off of electricity instead of that MJ mechanical energy stuff. I don't understand. This is supposedly electricity right here, but these engines are producing it, so I like to think of this as mechanical energy. So that's MJ energy right there. The solar panels put out EU, and so what I'm going to do is build a device that will let the EU power this pipe right here, and then I'll be able to get rid of all this. No more risk of explosions, no more need for oil or water. Oil and water is kind of cool, but honestly it gets kind of old hunting it down, so I'm at the point where it's kind of old. But I'm going to put the solar panels up on the roof right here, and then we'll go from there. Well, actually I only got one solar panel, but it's one of those medium voltage solar arrays. It's actually equivalent to 64 solar panels. What it is, you got solar panels, they put out 1 EU per turn. Then you got low voltage solar arrays. You take 8 solar panels and makes 1 low voltage solar array, and then you can take 8 low voltage solar arrays and make 1 medium voltage solar array, and so that's what I did. As far as what I'm putting on the roof, I'm just going to put this thing up on the roof. I'm going to power it with copper wire. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. So that's it. Later on, if I need to expand it, that'll be pretty easy, but for right now, this should be fine. I was doing some research. A Quarry takes 22 EU to run it, so that thing's putting out 64, so that should be plenty. Should charge up the battery fine. Day cycles, I believe, is 10 minutes long, and night cycle 7 minutes long, so it's going to produce more than enough power during the day to keep this thing going. See if I can get that. Maybe this way. There we go. I'm actually going to put this against the wall. Okay, now I'm going to go through some extra steps here. I'll explain to you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. First thing I'm going to put down is the MFE. Okay, well apparently that does need glass fiber wire. You see how it instantly exploded? It was over voltage there. So honestly, I hadn't found a really great tutorial that explains entirely in one video how the entire electrical thing works. So what I know about it, I've learned from multiple videos. Okay, so we got a scaffold back up here again. And this time we'll put down the high dollar wire. I hate using this stuff. It's the last resort. This stuff takes diamonds to make it, so that's why. Diamonds are extremely valuable. The cool thing about Tekkit, the stuff you collect, 99% of it's useful, and you can never have too much of it. Like to make one of those medium voltage solar arrays, it takes like, I don't know, something like 9 or 10 stacks of iron just to make one of those. It takes like 4 stacks of redstone and 6, I think maybe 6 stacks of copper. So it takes a lot of resources to make this stuff. I've spent actually a couple hours building this stuff to make this work. Uh-oh. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. Yeah, okay, so there we go. And see, I can use my wrench here Let's do that. Basically, the way it works is this is the MFE. It's a medium-sized battery box. It has 5 inputs and 1 output. That's the output. If I right-click somewhere, it moves the output to there. If I right-click the output, it picks up the block. So next thing I want to do, is go through. Yeah, things charging fairly quickly. I'm hoping this will be big enough. If it's not, I have to put an mfsu here. That one I'm reluctant to do. It's a last resort because it takes a massive amount of resources to build one of those things. Okay, now the voltage coming out of this thing, this is the voltage, I think. 128 EU per tick. That's how much energy it's putting out. But I'm going to put, next thing I'm going to put is a, let me see. I better knock that down. Hold on a second. Sorry. Next thing I'm going to put is a transformer. Now, transformer has 1 input and 5 outputs. And the 3 dots is the high voltage. What this thing's going to do is knock down the voltage. It's going to take that 128 EU and knock it down to 32 so that I don't overpower my stuff. Now, after that thing, at this point, I know I can go to the low voltage wire. I've just knocked the voltage down. This copper wire, what happens is that it can't handle high voltages, so that's that. Now I need a battery box. I will explain just a second why I'm having to put these extra steps. I actually read a little bit of a tutorial on that, so okay, the battery box, same thing, 5 inputs, 1 output. All the battery boxes are that way. This one, the SMFE, it's about medium-sized battery box, 1 output, 1 output. Transformers have 1 input, 5 outputs. But anyway, sorry. Hopefully I didn't confuse y'all. Okay, now we have power coming out of here. Now, if I right-click this thing puts out 32 EU per tick, and so that's actually why I built this, because what happens is I'm about to put down the energy link, so let's go ahead and do that. Actually, I'll put another piece of wire. I like to space out my machines a little bit. And now I'll put down this energy link, and there we go. Now what this energy link does is I want to connect a wooden pipe to it, a wooden conductive pipe. And there we go. Next I will connect, what will I connect next? A teleport pipe. Hopefully it'll connect directly to that. If not, nope, it'll connect to it. Now, okay, hold on a second. Let's go ahead and switch this sucker off. We may be completely done with that. Okay. This is frequency 4, so I need to set this thing over here to frequency 4. And well, it's working. See how that's not charging up? It's stuck at that number. That means the power is being sucked out of there. But it doesn't show up over here, so I may be doing something wrong. Maybe if I put a piece of golden conductor pipe in between there. Yeah, let's try that. And that, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, here we go. And then the power teleport pipe. And we'll set it back to frequency 4. There we go, it's working. Okay, you just can't see it coming out of the wooden pipe, and you can't see it going into this pipe. Or I guess you can right there, but anyway, it's working. So let me explain why I had to go through these extra steps. This energy link, it will consume all the power you put into it, even if it's not going out. In other words, if this thing could be sucking in 100 EU per tick, but only be putting out 20 EU per tick, and what's going to happen is you're going to waste 80 EU per tick. So a quarry needs 22 energy per tick, and because I use this battery box, the most it can put out is 32 EU per tick. So the most this thing can receive is 32 EU per tick. If I hadn't put these 2 extra steps in here, what happened is this MFE, it would have been pumping 128 EU into this thing here, and I would have had a lot of wasted energy. So now I actually have tools here. Let me see if I can look at them. Yeah, I actually have a tool here. What's it called? An EU reader. I forgot it, but it will let you read the energy going in and out. But basically what happens is a regular battery box, the maximum input's 32 volts. This thing right here puts out 128, so if I hooked it directly to this battery box, I'd have explosion. So what this transformer does, it takes the 128 EU and knocks it down to 32 EU for this thing right here. And so now we have power. Our quarry should still be running. This thing right here, I don't know what I'll do with it. I may destroy it, or I may just keep it there until I need the room. But let's go look at the quarry. I want to see if I can tell a difference in how fast it runs. Sorry for the lag. I don't know why I'm getting these lag spikes today. Honestly, I think what I need to do is defrag my hard drive. What happens is I constantly record. Fraps creates massive 4 gigabyte files. Like if I make a 30-minute video, I'm going to end up with like 8 or 9 4 gigabyte files. If I sit there and record an hour, I'll have like 15 or 20 of those 4 gigabyte files. And so I record, then render it, then I'll delete those files, and I'm constantly creating and deleting files. And so I think that's causing a little bit of my lag. But I am uploading right now. I am uploading the finale of Orcs Must Die 2. If you notice, I put up 3 episodes of that in a row. I'm just trying to get it out of the way. Once I get it out of the way, I want to start doing Warband, Mountain Blade Warband, and I'll be able to do more Stalker videos too. So as you can see, this thing is, let me get a better view. This thing is hauling ass. That's faster than it's ever gone. So that's cool. We got a renewable energy source powering up our quarry, so never have to mess with the oil and all the stuff. Honestly, if you've never played this game, I would recommend doing the oil. It's kind of fun, but it gets to the point where I just want it to be fully automated. Oh, by the way, that energy link, it can power up to 3 quarries. Later on, I will do that. Each quarry consumes 22 EU per turn. If I get rid of that, what I can do is get rid of the, the battery box and the transformer, and then that energy link will be receiving 128 EU per turn. And I read somewhere that conductive pipe, I don't know if it's true or not, it can handle up to 72 EU, so basically you can run 3 quarries off that thing. If I just slightly increase the, I need to build another one of those solar array things I built on the roof, the medium voltage one, and then I can get rid of all the intermediate stuff, and then I'll be able to have 3 quarries going at the same time, and I'll be getting massive amounts of blocks. But you would think my chest would be completely full of stuff, but honestly, use this stuff up, massive amounts of it. Like I said earlier, you use 10 stacks of iron just to make one of those medium voltage arrays. So if I build another one of those, I'll have a grand total of 20 stacks of iron invested in those 2 solar panels. So there we go. I think there was something else I was going to show in this video. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I was going to do on my next project. Let me come out here. My next project is, what is that thing? That is an MFE. No, it's not. That is the medium voltage transformer. That's what that is. I'm going to upgrade all my machinery in the house to where it runs off higher voltages. That will let it suck up more power. It'll suck up more power, but it'll also pump stuff out quicker. I can also, what I can do is I have all these redstone engines powering all the stuff in my house. I could eventually replace that with those conductive pipes, so that I'm using MJ to power all my machinery. What's these redstone engines? Let me show you. These right here, they're all over this. They're all over this contraption. There's two. There's one. Come over here. There's close to a dozen of them probably. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of them, but I could replace those and speed this machine up even more. If I increase the voltage, I'll be able to increase the flow through the pipe. So anyway, I guess this is my tutorial on how to use an energy link to power a quarry. So one last thing, if you noticed on this video, I should have mentioned this at the start, I don't show you how to make all this stuff. I don't show you how to make an energy link. There's no need to. Let me show you why. If I go in here and I type energy link, I just like this. If I want to know how to make one, there we go. There's the energy link. There's the recipe for it. I see guys all the time, they craft this stuff for you. They'll like when they do an energy link tutorial, they'll show you how to make the advanced alloy, the gold gears, and all that. Here's what I do. If I want to make that, I click it, and I see I need advanced alloy. And well, if I need how to make that, you click there. There's the recipe for advanced alloy. You put mixed metal ingots in the compressor. You wonder, well, how do I make that? Click there. Make refined iron. How do I make that? You click there. I mean, it shows you all this, so there's no reason to ever show you these recipes or how to craft stuff. All you need to know is how to use the stuff. That's what the hard part is. There's a lot of videos out there that, in my opinion, there's a lot of them are good, but they don't do a good job of explaining stuff. So sometimes you got to watch 3 or 4 videos to figure out how to do something, because one guy will explain part of it, another guy will explain something else. But hopefully this will help anybody out there who wants to run their quarry off of electricity instead of those engines. But anyway, this is Grumpy Gamer. We'll see you next time.